Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're watching Out Here in the Redwoods. I'm your host, Denise Riles. And for everyone here, aloha means hello and goodbye. Come out wherever you are. And I am very pleased tonight to introduce my guest, a returning guest, by the way, Rick Horton.
Hey,
Welcome.
how you doing?
Aloha.
Have great news for us, Teeny.
Oh, good. But for people who are just turning in and not knowing who you are one of the main coordinators and developers of the Excalibur Medieval Games.
That is correct.
Happening in September.
That's correct.
And then the new one that's coming up, this will be your second year on this one?
Yes, it is.
Ravenwood upon
The Glen.
Ravenwood upon the Glen, and that's in the Weaverville area?
Yes, it's in Weaverville at Lee Fong Park, which
Right.
is very easy to get to, and we'll have the information at the end of the show of where it's actually located.
Great. And what is the reason for this wonderful cape?
This cape is just to show some of the dressing that we use, and kind of casual this evening, but very nice.
It's gorgeous. I love it. It's a light wool. I love the trimming. So what great news do you have to bring us?
Here in Humboldt County, we are very fortunate to have a screening of Knights of Badassdom.
Knights of Badassdom.
Yes, indeed.
I love the title. So what is it? What?
It follows three friends that are Lawfers, which is live action role playing game. People who've been to Excalibur Fair know this as our Bopper games.
Okay.
And this is a little bit more serious. It kind of has parts of the old Dungeon and Demon game. And they find that when they conjure up these imaginary demons, that they actually bring up a demon from hell.
Oh my goodness. So this
And-
is a motion picture, a role-playing motion picture.
Yes, it is.
Wow. And so you brought a clip for us.
Yes, I did.
Set it up for us. What are we about to see?
What
here?
you're going to see in this clip is basically what is called the parking lot area. It's setting it up. You'll see them get out of the van. It's the parking lot area, the field of Evermore. And you just see them getting their tools out, giving a little bit of setup. You'll see other characters passing in the parking lot. And then you actually get into the action area. And you'll see some of the highlights. I'm not going to give away any of the details,
Right.
but you really want to come and see this. It's a lot of fun. It was about 4 years in the making. If you come to the event, we'll have behind the scenes for filming. I know a lot of cast members in that. I have a lot of surprises for you.
Oh, fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at this clip.
In a world within our world, they've created a world unlike any other world.
You bastard. Where are we? 'Tis the kingdom of LFS, my naive friend.
That looks terrible. My 3-year-old nephew can make a better map. He's got learning disabilities.
You shanghaied me and dressed me. Adventuring is exactly what thou needst.
Needs is not a word.
Where we are, it is. Thou hast been recruited to fight in the epic battle of Evermore. Welcome to the fields of Evermore.
You guys do actually look slightly badass.
Eric's about to level up to Grand Sorcerer. I'm packing an ounce of killer shrooms. And there be monsters in need of pummeling.
I'm in.
Huzzah!
But for these make-believe heroes,
Guys, pentagrams? And we don't roll that way here, all right? This is the LARP, not the Wicker Man. We can cosplay.
something truly evil is taking their fantasy to a whole new reality.
You just summoned a succubus from hell.
Sorry. Time has come to earn our valor, people.
Use the book to send that bitch back wherever she came from.
I don't know how. I just picked a page at random earlier.
Pick another page and hurry up.
I covered
but only one thing: honor and victory! Wait, verily, that is two things.
Tis that of the witch.
I'm out of here.
How awesome was that?
An A+, motherfucker.
Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt!
Wow, that was excellent.
Isn't
So let's rewind a little bit. Why make this film?
It was basically just a bunch of geeks, waffers, friends that decided to, let's make a film about this. And there's a lot of interest in this area and other areas, and let's just have fun. And the film was meant to be fun.
Right.
You'll probably notice there some actors that you've seen before. The one gentleman there, I'm quite sure you may have seen in the Thorns game. Of course, nobody ever watches that. And I'm sure that you found it very interesting. This was before his fame and that.
Right.
So you'll notice that his character is a little bit different than what you're used to now.
Right.
But it was a great time. If you come out to the event, which will be at the Meyer Theater on the 24th of February.
Okay, so this is a film event.
Yes,
a
it is.
showing.
Yes, it is. It's very much like a festival showing.
Okay.
We're very fortunate to have it in the area.
Okay.
We will have information telling you where tickets are available. Tickets are online right now, and it's $12 for the showing.
Okay.
It will be on February 24th at 9 p.m. And like I say, tickets are on sale. There are also, if you go to the web page, you'll find that there are perks involved for doing donations. You have a set of playing cards that you can only get at this event.
Oh, wow.
We have a lot, because I know a lot of the producer and that will have a lot of stills that you won't be able to get anywhere else.
Okay.
So depending on what level, we have different levels, all the way from $10 to $500.
Wow.
And
What do you get for $500?
for $500, you get tickets to the Ravenwood Fair in Weaverville.
Okay.
You'll also get tickets to the show, and you'll also get, possibly, we aren't sure yet, we're still working on the details, but you'll definitely get a movie one sheet, or what's commonly referred to as a movie poster.
Okay.
That may be signed by some of the cast members. We're still working on that. Most of them are out of the area currently, but you'll get your $500 worth.
Oh, fantastic. This sounds like a gamer's dream.
Oh, it is. It is. If you're in gaming, if you just like to have a lighthearted adventure,
Yeah.
if you've been to our events, you see what type of fun we have.
Yeah.
This is just for us crazy people that go out every weekend
Right.
and do this crazy stuff. It's been a long time coming. It has top performers in it that you've all seen that.
Right.
It's just another way of having fun, and I am quite honored to be able to bring this to our community, so we can have fun. We're kind of we're not Hollywood up here, so
Yes,
our
we are.
well,
Yes, we
okay.
are.
But what we get
Cassandra
you-
Heseltine will fight
Right.
you on that, and I will stand beside
Okay.
you. Yes, we are Hollywood. Yes.
But we are quite honored to be able to bring this to the community.
Yeah.
And it's just another way of giving back to the community and bringing some excitement to the community. This is a fun, exciting film.
Yeah. So, what took an entire 4 years to bring this together? What was the process? How did you guys get started?
Originally, it started off as a small, very low budget film.
Okay.
Some of the people who are involved in it have been doing computer drafting and special effects for companies like Sierra Online. Some of the key people were behind it. A lot of the extras were just loafers in the area. This was shot in the Seattle area.
Okay.
And it was just a lot of people coming together. What took so long is you have to sell this to Hollywood.
Right.
And
Yeah.
they looked at it and said, well, gee, why should we produce this? And you have to remember at the time that this was originally brought out, the actors that are in it now, they had made their fame. But at the time, they were unknown.
Right.
And it's very hard to get any film. I mean, look at a lot of great films.
Yeah.
They were on the shelf for 8, 9 years before the public
That's
ever got
true.
to see them.
Yeah, that's
so this
true.
is not uncommon for
Right.
a movie to take quite some time to get to.
Right.
And at this point, they didn't want to go directly to video. So the idea was to see if we could sell it. The film has been going around clips and that for about the last 5 years at different conventions, different private showings, and now it's ready for distribution.
Right.
And it is being shown nationally on a limited basis. So this is no different than a festival film on a limited basis.
Oh, cool.
But we do need to have, I want to stress this, for this event to happen, we have to have 76 tickets sold between now and February 17th.
Okay,
So
and where do they log on?
They can log on to tug.com, that's TUGG.com, and the event number will be given at the end of the show. There'll be a link there that you can sign on to. And please, if it doesn't happen, your money will be refunded. You will not be charged until it's actually confirmed and we have the people available. So don't feel bashful to go on there and buy your tickets.
And I'm
Know
sure
that it's not
there's
gonna happen.
I'm sure there's 76 gamers out there
yeah, I'm
who
sure
would love to
there-
buy a ticket
yes.
before February 17th.
Yes,
right?
I'm quite sure that there is.
Wow. So what was the highlight making this film? Just besides getting together and just, doing what you do.
The highlight of it was just the fun, the camaraderie between the people. These people, we made it for ourselves. And the film has become a success. The public loves it. And it's just what we do. This is what, anyone who's been to any of our festivals know it's all about fun.
Right.
We try to make it family fun. This movie does have a little bit of language in it, so it does have an R rating.
Okay.
So you may, if you have younger children, it may not be appropriate.
Right.
But it's just meant in fun.
Right.
There is no real scary parts. But I would warn, if you have children that are, say, below 11 or 12, I would probably advise that it's not really appropriate for it. Okay. It's meant to be more teenager or adult film.
Okay. Okay, well, that's good to know. That's good to know. So how did you choose your director and that?
I wasn't personally involved in this myself.
Okay.
I know some of the staff. I have to admit, I wasn't there. My only involvement is to getting it out to the public, getting it seen, and bringing it to this. My idea was, I was trying to get people to come out to the Ravenwood Fair.
Yeah.
So we're doing this as a tie-in for the Ravenwood Fair, and to let people know this is the start of fair season.
Woo!
So we're trying to pump you up with a big, limited engagement showing and get you ready to come out to Ravenwood to have fun. This will be our second year. We're going to be over in Weaverville this year.
Right.
We have a real amphitheater.
Ooh.
Some of the entertainers this year, we're going to have 5 different styles of martial arts, Western European. We're going to have people doing rafers. Avalon Rising is going to be there. It's going to be a great time.
Oh, fantastic. So are you encouraging people to dress for this
We are.
big movie?
We are.
showing?
We want this to be like a cult film. For you who've
cult
ever been,
film.
yeah,
Ooh.
for you who've ever been to a Rocky Horror Show,
Yeah.
or
I went
anything
to
of that
check
nature,
once.
we want you to go wild. This is to be
Okay.
fun, and come out there, have fun. I mean, obviously we can't have fires in the aisle because it is a theater.
Right,
But
right.
come here, have fun, yell, hoot, cheer for the champions and the bad guys. Pretend like you're just going to the old Saturday night matinee.
Right.
It's all about having fun.
Right. Do you know who wrote the story and wrote the script?
Unfortunately, I don't.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not well
That's
prepared
okay.
this evening.
No, that's okay. Well, this sounds fun. So, how long have you guys been in contact with each other? How long have you been
This has
promoting
been going
this
on.
film?
I've been promoting it since I found out that it was going to go. This has been going back and forth for a little over 5 years now. Actually,
Okay.
about 7 years from the day that we decided to actually do this.
Okay.
And it's been going around trying to find someone to buy the rights to it. And it's just a long, drawn-out process. But like I say, we're very honored to be able to bring this to the public. We finally got it here. Come see it. This may
Right.
be your only chance, unless you're able to go to other parts of the country. It is not. It is a limited engagement. It's like any other type of festival film. It's not
Right.
going to be in wide distribution.
Right. So tell me a little bit about the people who participate in games like Dungeons and Dragons and things like that.
It's funny. It goes all way. We have one gentleman that happens to be an extra in this film. He has a PhD in philosophy.
Oh,
Another
well done.
gentleman.
Okay.
A lot of people are history buffs. Other ones are young kids just looking for fun.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a little bit of all different types of people. Some of them are nurses. Some of them are professional people. It just runs the gamut. It's just a lot of group of people out having fun.
Right, right.
And it's crazy,
Yeah.
but it's our hobby. It's what we do for excitement.
What kind of characters develop?
We have a love affair, of course.
Okay, okay.
We have the bad versus evil.
Okay.
We have some teenage pranks, college kids type prank. We have a cool van with a 1970s mural on it.
Sweet.
And he thinks he's a little bit the superhero, has a little bit of an ego problem, but don't we all?
Yeah.
But it's a lighthearted, fun movie, and very enjoyable for everybody.
And is it a full 2 hours, or how long
It
is
is an 87-minute movie in this
Okay.
particular cut. There's been rumor, if you heard rumor of a director's cut, I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon.
Okay.
There's a lot of work involved on that. And even though you may see rumor, you may see some things on the internet and that, having known the people that are actually involved with it, I don't see that happening anytime real soon. So this is your chance to see it. This may not be what you've seen because it has been floating around for 4 or 5 years.
Right.
There's been a lot of cuts to a lot of re-editing, which is typical of what happens to a movie. You have
Well,
what
George
you
Lucas
envision.
is still doing that.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So, but this is the only official version that is out there. And like I said, the runtime on it right now is 86 minutes. But there will be, after the show, we're going to have questions and answer. And
Good.
I'll try to answer whatever questions I can. And like I say, there's a lot of perks. And I'm always there. Everybody that knows me knows how to get hold of me. If you have any questions about tickets or anything else,
Right.
if you want to be part of either one of the fairs, you'll know how to get hold of me. The website with all the links to that will be available at the end of the show.
Oh, and what's the question you get asked most in regards to this?
How do I get involved, and how did you manage to get this happen?
Yeah.
And it's just by knowing people. People call me. We've been doing Excalibur now for a little over 10 years, and I get calls all the time, day or night, producers, people get there and want to know, do I have anybody who's available? Do I know anybody? And it's basically just networking and knowing people. And it's amazing through the 10 years, I have people from all over the world now that call me and want to know. For me, it's quite exhilarating. I started off just to help out a little community fair.
Right.
And now we've hit the big time. And
Yes.
it's amazing just how this has grown over the last 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
And we couldn't do it without the support of the community.
Absolutely.
And we
Yeah.
are very much, as we've always been, we are family oriented.
Yes.
We do this for the public and for the families. And we really appreciate the public coming out, supporting us all these years. And we look for another 20 years. I may be a little less caravan, but I still, as long as I'm able to get out there, I will be out there trying to do this.
And what an interesting way to kick off the fair season than with a gamer Dungeons and Dragons style film.
This is what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
We want to get you excited.
Yeah.
This is what we do.
Yeah.
Come
yeah.
out, have fun, get excited, come to these fairs,
Yeah.
have a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, this sounds. And how much are tickets once again?
The tickets for the showing are $12.
Okay.
And that is set by the production company in that because it is limited engagement. It's a little bit more than what we normally would charge at the theater.
Right.
But it is a festival type film.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. And you are expanding not only by having a showing of this film, you are expanding the Excalibur to 2 full weekends.
Yes, we are.
Are you crazy?
No, the public wanted it.
Okay,
We-
the public spoke.
Yeah.
If you're listening.
Yes, we are, very
Out
much
here in
so.
the Redwoods, they listen.
So
Okay.
we were going to have 2 weekends this year.
Okay.
September 27th and 28th.
Right.
And then the following weekend, we will be on October 4th and 5th, I believe it is. You might want to check those dates. I'm not real sure, but I believe that's it. It's the last weekend in September, first weekend in October.
Okay.
And we're still working, we're a little bit early right now. We're working to have possibly vendors during the week where schools and that will be invited to come out and see the vendors actually build
during
things.
the whole week, it's just
Yes.
not going to be like, okay, we're open up on Saturday again.
We're not sure. That's still in the works, so I don't want to make any commitments, but that's what we're looking for. We'll have some of the vendors that will be there. So you'll get to see a little bit behind the scenes and see craftsmen actually working to do this. It will probably be the Friday preceding the second weekend. We had, like I said, at this point, the dates aren't set because
Okay.
we're still quite a ways out.
Wow.
But you heard it here first.
Yeah. Wow. So how much more planning does that take for two
Considerable amount of planning.
Yeah.
As some people know, we actually start planning the day, actually before the fair is over. I've already booked acts for this coming event. We
Yes.
normally start about October, right after the festival. We start booking people, bringing in vendors, and getting us out. There is a tremendous amount of work that goes into this.
Oh, yeah.
We have to get the vendors on site, get permits, get the actors on that, make sure that they're not booked at some other event. It's a tremendous amount of work. And it takes a community and it takes a team to do it.
Yeah.
Nobody can do this by themselves.
Right. And what some people really don't know is that folks that come stay
Yes, they do.
outside. They're camping
Oh, yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah. Many of the vendors, we have vendors coming all the way from Georgia. I have my food vendor, as most of you know, Holy Grail. He'll be back there. Yes, Holy Grail. He'll be back again this year.
Great.
And he comes all the way from Utah just for this event. So we have a lot of people, and we've had people in the past all the way from France. A lot of our acts, as you may have known in the past, the Lynx brothers, they came in 3 years ago now. They came all the way from Michigan. So we have international and national performers coming in.
Wow.
And we're working to get some of the bigger performers. It's always hard because the circuit and where the people are obligated. And these people are just like me and you, they're real people.
Yeah.
Some of the performers have had some major things go on in their life, and they're not going to be able to make it down this year.
Right.
But we always try to bring somebody that you haven't seen and bring that wow factor. That's what we're all about, is a wow factor. And we try to keep our food prices down so that you have money to spend with the vendors, have a good time.
Yeah.
Where else can you go and get a day's entertainment for less than $15?
Oh, I know. I know. So giving 12 for your movie premiere is nothing.
No, it's really
It's
not.
nothing. And again, only 76 more people. We can make this happen. We got to make this happen. Come on, gamers. Wow. So, what was I getting? My favorite people are coming. The Vikings, the long ship.
Yes, they are.
Traders.
Long ship traders are coming again.
Oh.
They will also be, they're going to be at Ravenswood over in Weaverville.
Right.
And they're also going to be at the Excalibur this year.
Right.
And they are going to bring down a full encampment this year, much like what they did last year. I believe at this point we're going to have about 25 Viking members down. So it's going to be a very large encampment. And as you know, if you're looking for Viking artifacts, they have real artifacts from the Viking age.
Yes.
They also have more inexpensive items.
Right.
So they have a variety of goods. And of course, there's all our other vendors that you come to know. Local vendors, we'd love to have local vendors. If you are a local vendor and you'd like to take part, by all means, give me a call. We'd love to have local vendors.
And we'll get that, make sure we have that telephone number for you on the screen as well. Now, can I ask, why did you choose the medieval time period compared to other folks that choose the Renaissance time period?
We tried by doing medieval, that covers a wider stance.
Does
that
it?
goes
I didn't know that.
We basically tried to go from about 900 AD, the fall of the Western Roman Empire, all the way up to about the 16th century, which would be about the middle of the Renaissance period. We didn't want our show to look just like all the other Renaissance fairs.
Okay.
We wanted to bring in that part of it as history, but we also wanted to open it up so that we have the fantasy. One of our favorites, everyone loves the ogres.
I missed them this
And
year.
Yes, unfortunately they were booked somewhere else. But they will, it looks at this point, they will be back again this year. They will definitely be at Ravenswood.
Nice.
They are going to set up an entire marketplace of their own. They will
Seriously,
be doing.
you can buy ogre goods.
Yes, you can. You buy ogre goods. They will be battling against knights and that. We have the Scottish clan that will be fighting against the ogres.
What clan is that?
That clan will be,
They better be Highlanders, Rick.
They are Highlanders. I can't remember their name because they're in reforming their group. But we will have them. We will have the Western Circle of Swordsmen.
Oh.
They are an international group, very well known. Have done a lot. There's a lot of stunt work. They will be there this year. We'll have approximately 7 different varieties of what's considered martial arts. Don't think European martial arts. There's also Western style martial arts, which means sword, Roy Tan, a karate style, but we're going to show all the different varieties. And why we went Middle Ages, we also have the fantasy, because even though we have the ogres, which are fantasy, they are based on barbaric tribes, very much like the Picts, the Scottish tribes, going back to ancient time, a lot of the Celtic. A lot of what you see during the Renaissance was as it went for long. We try to stay away from the stuffiness of the Renaissance period.
Okay.
We try to make it more fun. We're not there trying to impress you that we're above your class. We are, if you'll notice at my fair, unlike a lot of fairs, we don't try to use a Shakespearean and that as much. We talk in everyday normal speech. Myself, I don't like to have what is referred to as the fair accent. If a person wants to know what the speech was like at that time, we're more than happy to teach you. But we don't want to belittle you or make you think that we're talking above you.
Right. Like Mr. Simpson speaks ancient Welsh.
Yes.
And I really like the sound of that. That was excellent.
Yes. And we do have, like I say, and of course, we all have our all-time favorite. Carpathian will be there once again.
Oh, good. Okay.
And some of the other guests that we'll have at this point, I know we're working to try to get Thomas Woods to come again. For those people that know him, he's had some major tragedies this year. So we're hoping that he'll be able to make it. He has said, regardless of what happens in his personal life, he'll be there.
Okay.
But
and what is he known for in the fair?
he is known as the pyro juggler. For you who have seen him in the past, he's the one that throws the 40, 50-foot fireballs into the air. We will definitely have, they've already confirmed, we're going to have Mountain Motion again this year.
Good.
They were the juggling, yes, they were the juggling team that was there. We're of course going to have the Scottish Society, which I believe someone here might know about.
Yes.
And
toss in the K-better.
Rodney will definitely be here again this year.
Okay.
And then of course we'll have my small clan with my great tents.
Great.
We will have the Morgan's campaign again.
Fantastic.
And a lot of surprises that I'm just too early to tell you about at this point because there's still a lot of work that has to be involved. We're a long way out.
Absolutely. And that fair is in September.
That's correct.
You got to get through Raven
yes.
before May, right?
Yes, and Ravenswood is going to have a lot of special things to see this year.
Okay.
We are going to have Avalon Rising. We have a real amphitheater this year. Wow. This park is full of trees. It's a beautiful location. It's in Weaverville, right off the highway. Beautiful site. The community is really supporting us. And we want you people over here in Humboldt to come on over.
Absolutely. May 3rd and 4th.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's a great time. The ticket prices are only $12. And that price includes one free child for each adult.
Oh, well.
So if that
you
is a
can't
great
go
deal.
wrong with that.
And food?
Yeah.
There's plenty of food on site.
Yeah.
And a hot dog and a soda, only $2. We try to make this as inexpensive so the family can come out and have fun.
Yeah.
We have to pay the entertainers, of course, but we try to make it so that a family can come out and it isn't that expensive.
Right. Well, Rick Horton, thank you so much for
Well,
stopping
thank
by
you for having us.
and letting us know about your upcoming kickoff with the D&D film. And what was the title of it?
It's called Night of Badassdom.
Night of Badassdom. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching Out Here in the Redwoods. I'm your host, Denise Riles, and for everyone and my guest, Rick, aloha means hello and goodbye. See you next time at the fair.